All right, y'all, we are live on this beautiful Friday morning. Blessings to every single person watching this in the name of Jesus the Messiah, Yeshua the Messiah. We will be live in a few minutes, guys, to talk about this juicy Bitcoin and Ethereum and other cryptocurrency coins. The price action, guys. And as usual, if we can get 750 likes during the stream, you know what? I usually say I'll give away 0.025 Bitcoin. I'll give away $3,107 worth of Bitcoin. $3,107 worth of Bitcoin. If we can get 750 likes during the stream. All right, y'all. Well, here we are on this beautiful Friday, and here we are on the Bitcoin charts as well, guys. You know, one of the main reasons I actually have this YouTube channel, and you might not know this, is to go over price action for cryptocurrency, specifically Bitcoin. But before we get into exactly what's happening, guys, make sure to like the video. You can see right here, this is the Jason Casper like button index, which is mega bullish. And if you don't believe me, well, you can see right here on your screen that it says mega bullish. And I don't know if you know this or not, but the one way you can tell that something is objectively, undeniably true is if you see it on a screen. Okay, now this is new because we haven't had screens for a long time in our human history, but because it's on a screen, this is 100% true. Make sure to like the video, guys. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. You can also follow me on Twitter. I did tweet out this stream. If you could retweet it, that would be awesome. I usually don't give trade setups live on YouTube either, but right here you can see all we have to do is enter a long right here, buy this tiny dip, stop loss below the last swing low, and we only have to risk this much of our precious capital in order to eke out this tiny little gain. So with that being said, guys, Bitcoin really is at a crucial point right now. And the reason is because on a more macro time frame, we have found support at a very, very key level. In fact, if we go to a weekly time frame right here, we can see that when we take a look for 4 weeks in a row, we came down to the exact area where the candle bodies were unable to close below for about 4 weeks in a row. And this is very, very significant because we are indeed getting a bounce from that level, about that $37,700 level. And we've had a pretty significant move to the upside from there. Now, it's been about, let's see, from that level, we did get about a 7% move to the upside. But yesterday, we started to reject from a very important level and get a move to the downside. So this level down here, this $37,000 level, that is a very juicy level that we've been waiting. I mean, we were waiting for it for such a long time. For such a long time, we were waiting for that level. In fact, the exact trade setup, the long from there, was given in the VIP Discord in advance to come right down to 37,754 to get a nice bounce right from that level. So, of course, I did take a long from that level. I am still in the long, guys. I am still in the long. Now, yesterday, we came up to a very important area of resistance, right? We came up to a very important area of resistance, and we've had a pretty intense rejection from that level. A pretty intense rejection, okay? I'll tell you why it was so intense. When we take a look at what was happening yesterday, okay, I had given a trade setup in the VIP Discord yesterday morning where I basically said, okay, look, y'all, look, I'm looking to take a short from this higher level right up here, right? Around 40,800 to 41,000. But I also said that this green box right here was also a key level that we needed to be aware of, right? And yesterday, during the VIP live stream that we do every single Thursday, live on YouTube, I gave this long setup right here because we had a key level at about 38.9. This was live on YouTube, like literally live on YouTube. Gave the setup with the target, the first target being $40,300. Of course, I didn't know we were going to pump all the way up to here when I entered that trade. But what happened was, if we take a look at the technical analysis on the chart from yesterday, you can see that we did actually, from the trade setup that I gave live on YouTube right here, we pumped up literally to the exact box. And this is where we got our serious rejection. And the reason why this was such a key level is because, well, I mean, this was the long, guys. Crazy, crazy stuff, right? Crazy, crazy stuff. And we pump up, and I gave the little heads up here. I'm like, look, I'm still looking to short from that daily level right around here. And we hit that thing, man. We hit it to the dollar, that green box, and rejected from it. And you know what's really cool, guys? I was actually out in the garden all day yesterday, planting beets, planting lots of beets. If you haven't gotten your tubers and root vegetables in the garden, guys, you should do that, right? So I had the trading bot trade it for me. My trading bot trades for me, right? Where I basically tell the bot where I'm looking to take trades from. And I told the bot, you know, I'm looking to take all these trades, right? And so one of them was that $40,300 level right here, and the bot took the trade for me because it saw the bearish divergences on market Cipher B. So I got in that short while planting beets, guys, which is pretty cool. We're officially going to be launching that bot in June, where you tell it where to look for trades and what confirmations you're looking for on market Cipher or any indicator, and it will trade for you. It's pretty dang cool, guys. Pretty dang cool. So what is happening this morning? Well, this morning I woke up, and the first thing I saw when I opened up the charts, which I usually do on the toilet because, you know, I have a morning routine, guys. And I don't open the charts until I do my morning routine. And the first thing I noticed is that locally, Bitcoin was coming down to an area of support right here. A golden pocket Fibonacci retracement level right on a local value area low of the range. And now New York is going to open in about 15 minutes. All right, so that means we're going to get some volume injected into the market here. So just objectively speaking right now, I can see the price of Bitcoin is at a crucial area of support at the low of a local range with a big old green dot on the 1 hour time frame on market Cipher B. Now what this makes me lean toward is a move to the upside, okay, followed by a move to the downside, putting in a lower low to potentially find support at a lower level. So I did take a long from here this morning. I've already TP1 on it and stop loss to the entry because I do think we could come lower here. But this would be a great place if we're going to get a retracement to then put in another high and then potentially a lower low. So if we are going to get a move to the upside, which we're currently getting a bounce, not only for Bitcoin, but also for Ethereum, bouncing also from a golden pocket. But if we are, where are some areas that we might look for a retracement? Well, there's a few. There are a few areas. First of all, we take our golden pocket from the most recent swing high to the most recent swing low, and you can see that we have a golden pocket coming up right here at about 39.7 if we go to the daily time frame. And we kind of zoom out a little bit right here. We can also see that we have our daily open, our daily candle also opened right here. And so coming back to a lower time frame, we can see that we do have a nice confluence right there as well. So if we are going to get a move to the upside and put in a lower high and continue, one might say, in a downtrend, right? Because we could make the case that this is a more local downtrend with our high, our low, our lower high, our lower low, a lower high, and maybe a lower low, right? And so if that is the case, where would one of the juiciest retracement areas be? Well, you know, I would be looking up toward that golden pocket. But if we don't get there, we have to be aware that we have the high volume node right here, which could give us a rejection also. And we also have to be aware that if we go to let's go to a sessions TPO chart, right? When we had this big move to the downside, we also put 4 rows of single prints right here. And the thing is, those single prints are coming right along the VWAP as well. So, you know, potentially that area could also give us a rejection. So that's kind of what's happening locally here for Bitcoin, and this is kind of what I'm looking for. Now, if what I'm saying makes absolutely no sense and you want to learn how to do all this stuff, how to mark these juicy levels so that you can take the juicy trades, like this short that we're in right now, or the long from yesterday that was very juicy. And they're not always this juicy, guys, right? They're not. But the thing is, we had to plan in advance for that level. I mean, yesterday, that level right here was on the chart. Looking at that level, I even said yesterday that for the longs, I was looking for specifically all of those levels. Yeah, right here. I said, you know, I have alerts set at all these levels, right? All of these I did yesterday as potential trades. If you want to learn this stuff, you can go to jasoncaspertrading.com. There's a 25% discount in the description, but this course will give you the knowledge and the skills you need to become a confident, profitable trader, because what we do is we go through step by step how to actually create the plan so that regardless of what happens, you have a trade that you can enter in the future. Because one of the most detrimental things that happens to traders is they flop and grope, meaning they have no plan. So they come to the chart and they freak out and they trade their chasing price. If price is dumping, they try and short. If price is pumping, they try and long. That's not what we should do. We should come to the charts objectively and say, where are some areas on the chart that if price gets there, I would be interested in entering a trade? And then what would I be looking for as far as my indicators go on market Cipher B or whatever indicator you're using? What would I look for in order to enter into that trade? And you have to have this plan in advance. And if you have that plan in advance, well, it makes it very easy to enter into trades. And if you have a trading bot, then you can tell the bot your plans, and the bot will trade your plans for you while you just kind of chill out and plant beets in the garden. So I want to go to a higher term time frame right now and kind of look to see what exactly is happening in the macro. In the macro, we don't want to miss the forest for the trees, guys. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to miss the forest for the trees. Absolutely not. So we are getting a little retracement here. So let's just go through our time frames right now. The daily time frame, what is happening? We just printed a green dot yesterday, right? Confirmed green dot yesterday. Now, last time we confirmed a green dot in the daily, what happened? Nothing too much. We kind of just traded sideways. The one thing I would say about this green dot right here is that if we're just going dot to dot, right? Connect the dots. We technically have a green dot printing higher than this previous green dot as the price is also making a lower low, okay? And when we see this on the daily time frame, now I know it's been difficult with these higher time frames playing games with our heart. But when we see this kind of pattern on the daily time frame, when price is making a lower low, it can be very, very bullish, right? It can be very, very bullish. We come down to the 12-hour time frame, and what do we see also? We see this same kind of pattern where the momentum waves are getting higher as the price is getting lower. We even see it now on the 8-hour time frame all the way down to the 4-hour time frame, and we can see when we actually put in our low here, we can see that the momentum waves were getting much, much, much higher on the 4-hour time frame, as was the money flow, okay? So there is some upward direction here, and when we see this pattern right here, you know it looks like a butt, right? That's someone's butt, and we got the legs coming out down here, and this is their waist right here, and then their torso and their arms. Right now, you might notice about this butt right here, you might be noticing something, right? That the butt cheeks are a little bit uneven, right? A little bit uneven, right? There's something not quite right. The right glute probably isn't firing when they're doing squats and deadlifts, and so all the weight is diverted to the left hand butt cheek, and it's causing a muscular imbalance here, right? And so this is what we want to see. We want to see the unevenness, because that does mean that bullishness, in my opinion, is potentially building here. And when we go and actually look at the price action, right, and not just look at market Cipher, but it's important that we have our foundation being, our indicator, especially market Cipher is very good at giving us, heads up on which way things are wanting to go. And of course, this is a medium-term time frame here. On the weekly, I still hold to my bearish sentiment of another 40 to 50% move to the downside, guys. Another 40-50% move to the downside based on the weekly. But on these shorter term time frames, like the 4-hour, I do still think that there's room for another move to the upside before we get a massive dump. So if I turn on some local levels here, like this, pretty cool how that happened, right? We've got this thing going on here, right? We've got this thing going on right here, where we have this kind of sideways market. And on this sideways market here, we could see that we have come to support, right? Just like this morning. Remember what happened this morning. What happened this morning? I remember what happened this morning. We'll revisit real quick. This morning, we were taking a look at the fact that the asset that we're currently trading, Bitcoin, right? It came down to a very key level, a support, a low, a value area low of this sideways range. Now, if anybody doesn't know how sideways ranges work, typically, most of the time, any asset you're looking at is going to be trading sideways. All right, we should always be looking for sideways markets, because that is how we are going to buy low and sell high, right? Just look at this for example. We got a very clearly defined high, a very clearly defined low right here. If we simply just look to buy low and sell high, not only will we be winning more trades, but we will also be taking the advice of that old, awkward, white male relative that we all have, who has a southern accent, who also, when you told him you were getting into trading, he just happened to know everything about investing. And he's like, "Oh, son, hey, you're getting into investing, huh? Well, let me tell you a thing or two." You like the way he laughs, right? He's got that. He's like, all you have to do if you're investing is simply buy low and sell high. That's it. Just buy low and sell high. That's what we're doing when we long support and short resistance. And the way we identify what is high and what is low is simply by looking at these sideways markets and then looking at the volume that traded here and say, okay, the market, the free market, has determined that this area right here is it's considered a fair value for the asset, right? This is considered a fair value for the asset. If the price comes above the fair value, we can look for a move to the downside. If the price comes below the fair value, we can look for a movement to the upside. And so when we're coming down to these lows, we should be looking for longs. When we're coming up to the highs, we should be looking for shorts. And then we're looking for other areas of confluence. So, this golden pocket right here was an area of confluence to get us into a long from this level, which is why I'm long from here. So if we go ahead and we look at this from a larger perspective on a higher term time frame, well, we can see that the same thing has pretty much happened on this massive sideways market right here. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty massive. And so we did come down not only to this low, but we also had a confluence here, which was that level that we were looking at for multiple weeks, where the price was unable to close below that level for multiple weeks, all back here, right? And so because of that, right, on more of a macro, and because we're getting bullish divergences on this 4-hour time frame, and even on the 12-hour time frame, and potentially even on the daily time frame, I think it is quite possible that we get a move to the upside and before we get a move to the downside. Now, that being said, I'm not necessarily convinced that this was the bottom. In fact, we might come down to some of these lower areas as a fake out, which happens all the time, right? Bitcoin loves to do stop loss hunts, right? It's just how it is. Look, we get our first bounce to the upside, and then we get a real move to the upside. Right here, we get our first bounce, and then we get the real move, right? So it would not surprise me if that happens again. We came down to a key support, everyone's long, and then we get another move to the upside, where we would probably be looking for resistance around here, and then come down. And that's kind of like what I'm looking to happen right now. That is what I'm looking to basically kind of happen within the next few days or weeks. Because the thing is, guys, we've been trading in this range here for a very long time, like super long, like 123 days. I don't think there's ever been a time in history where we have we've been in a sideways market this long. I mean, that can't be true. That can't be true, guys. Don't listen to anything I say. In fact, by the way, this is not financial advice. Never take financial advice from a guy who trades and drives at the same time, because you definitely don't want to trade and drive at the same time. Not only will you get liquidated for certain, but you could die. Honestly, you could die. And also, you should never take financial advice from a guy on the internet who, also shows you pictures like this, right? Because clearly this is not financial advice. And, yeah, and by the way, this works both ways, right? If you see a bullish divergence, that can totally get you into a long trade. But people don't know that this woman right here, she doesn't look like it, but she's actually a gymnast. She's a gymnast, and she actually travels around in a traveling circus, and she's a trapeze artist. And so oftentimes you will see her hanging around upside down. So if we're coming up to areas of resistance, we also do look for these things at the highs to give us, potential bearish divergences. Like, for example, yesterday, right? When we took the short trade from the box right up here, this short trade, the one that we were looking at yesterday, right here. By the way, if you want to join the community, you can go to patreon.com/Jason Casper, and you have to be a member of this VIP community in order to have access to the trading bot that trades your plans. Right now, we're currently in beta testing, phase 3 beta testing, about to launch. Basically, if you're a beta tester, you get full access to the entire bot, plus another free bot for a very discounted price for the next few weeks, right? So this short that we took right here, man, we clearly saw that the woman was hanging upside down. Okay, now she's a trapeze artist, and I guess she usually just uses one foot on the trapeze, which is why the cheeks are so uneven. And you do have to be quite athletic to do what she does. The problem is you can't outwork a bad diet, right? So even though she is very athletic and in good shape, she still carries a lot of excess body fat, simply because you can't outwork a bad diet. And when you stay out all night partying at the club, it's very easy to eat bad food, right? Like pizza and soft pretzels and craft beers that have like 450 calories per 12-ounce glass. You know what I'm saying? And so it can be hard to keep the weight off, but that's okay, because she's still very effective. She's safe and effective. Safe and effective 100% of the time. Well, I mean 90%. I mean 30%. I mean 12%. Okay? Yeah. So we are getting a little move to the upside right here. This is and let's actually go to a lower time frame. Let's see what's happening now. Let's see what's happening on a lower term time frame. Okay. Let's even go lower. On the 12-minute here, we see this big deep wave right here. We actually did not get a bullish divergence on the 12-minute, but we did get one on the 6-minute as we came down to our golden pocket. And we can see momentum and money flow is getting higher right here. Let's go down to the 3-minute and see what's happening. What is happening? What I can't see because it's not loading. My inter there we go. Okay, wow. So on the 3-minute, we can see some actual bearish divergence forming, right? We could see that our woman is clearly upside down, right? and potential bearish divergence forming. But I would say money flow curving to the upside here. Let's go to the 1 minute and see what's happening. What do we see happening on the 1 minute? Also bearish divergence, money flow coming down. This is actually looking a little bit bearish, guys. Let's turn on Market Cipher SR. You can see we're getting very, very, very close to our VWAP right here. Right? We're getting very, very close to our VWAP. And this VWAP would offer us a pretty interesting area of resistance for a potential scalp. And the reason I say that is because the VWAP is always going to be acting as support or resistance for that day, whether we are under or above it. Like, for example, you know, look at this. When we lose the VWAP, we come back to retest, short. We come back to retest, short. And when we're above the VWAP, we come down to it and we get a bounce, right? Oftentimes, that's how it works. And so if we are going to come to that level, I would be expecting a possible scalp from it. But look at this, man. This could be too late because this bearish divergence could have already been playing out. But for me, I would like to see us come up a little bit higher to there. I really would. I would like to see us come up higher. If I was going to scalp it, I don't like to take scalps in no man's land, especially when the higher term time frames are kind of bullish like that. So let's pop quickly into the live stream and see what's going on. How many people we got in here? Wow, 318. Wow, that's a lot. So if you guys could all like the video, man, that would be awesome. If we can get 750 likes, I'm going to give away $3,107 worth of Bitcoin. Shout out to Michael Bast, who says the photo is awesome. And shout out to Ethan, who shouts out Jay Casper for stopping the flopping and groping. Stopping the flopping. And shout out to RB Smith, man. Thanks for being here, bro. And shout out to Fiber Splice God. That would be cool, man. If you could build me a better internet connection. Yeah, because it says right now that there might be some buffering going on. Is that true? Is that true? Is there some buffering going on? Looks like there is. Looks like there is some buffering. Looks like there's no more buffering. Looks like there's no more buffering. All right, let's pop back into the charts here. Okay, so we're coming up to that VWAP, right? We're coming up to it. Let's see. How's it going on Market Cipher? Oh, come on. Come on, internet. So we are still building up this bearish divergence here from VWAP. And let's go to the 3 minute. Oof, money flow's looking bullish on the 3 minute, guys. I'm not going to lie. Nothing bearish really on the 6 minute, I would say. So let's take a look. New York is open. New York is open, guys. And we'll see what happens when we come up to that VWAP. Here we are. Here we are. Here we are. We're coming right up to actually some important areas of resistance as well. We do have that bearish divergence. Let's check out what's happening right here. We're at the VWAP. We haven't come up to those single prints yet. Nah. Let's see. We have some longs opening here. We have a lot of shorts closing right here. A lot of shorts are closing, which means people are taking profit at the VWAP. Right? People are taking profit at the VWAP. Let's go even to a lower time frame and see what's happening here. Wow, a lot of longs opening up right now, guys. Lots of longs opening. Longs are opening up right now, and we can see that they're opening, and we could see them get stuck here, get stuck underneath the water, right? get stuck underneath the VWAP, and when that happens, that means we can get a move to the downside. Now there's something else that we have here too, right here at this exact level of resistance, which is a we have some single prints as well, which act as areas of resistance. So this the way that this is usually would be well, never mind. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that. Not on this stream, guys. I'm not going to say that. But we have to be aware that if, well, hang on. Actually, let me pop this up real quick, guys, because I'm curious. I'm just so curious to see. Yeah. So we're at the VWAP. We are at area of local resistance right now, guys. This is an area of local resistance right now. Area of local resistance. See how resistance acts as resistance. It's like a house, guys. It's like a house, right? Where you have the bottom floor and then you have the top floor, right? The bottom floor and the top floor, and then you have the roof on top of the house like this, right, with the chimney, right, with the chimney, and you got your little guy in the house, right, he's in the house, and he's got a head too as well, yeah. And so here's the thing, if he jumps up, he's gonna hit his head on the ceiling and come back down, right? He's gonna hit his head and come back down. Eventually he's going to realize, you know what, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results is the definition of insanity, unless of course you're in the healthcare field. But so he's going to realize, I need to take the stairs, right, and he comes up to the stairs, right? That's the only way he's going to actually be able to get above that resistance. But typically, you know, we can expect resistance to act as resistance. And when we break above the resistance, then we can expect what used to be resistance to act as support. If he jumps up, he'll hit his head on the next resistance and then come back down and find support on the floor. So that's a great way to tell if you're looking for longs, if you're looking to long high, right, let's say, then what could be a good idea is basically you come up, and then when we retest the previous resistance as support, that's where you get into the long trade, stop loss below here, right? It's all about market structure, guys. It's all about market structure. And yeah, so look, you know, finding resistance at resistance. Let's see what's happening here. Yeah, I would even say that let's see what's happening on an even lower time frame. Let's see what's happening on an even lower time frame. Yeah, we can actually see that some of the longs that were opening up here actually did get absorbed by larger players trying to short the VWAP right here. So definitely an area of resistance, guys, for sure. I mean, I'm talking on a small term time frame as well, right? Because we have to keep everything in context. We have to keep everything in context. Wow, we got a lot of people in here. Shout out to oh, cool. I'm glad my audio and Vimeo is solid. I still use PHEMEX. I took a long on PHEMEX this morning. Actually, this long from yesterday I took on PHEMEX. As well. Yeah, I still use PHEMEX because I pretty much only enter trades from my phone. And so you know, I keep one ByBit account logged in, and I keep one PHEMEX account logged in. Oh, right. What is my favorite song of Carl from the Moon? Yeah, let's listen to some Carl from the Moon. What's his name again? Carl Runefelt? Is that his name? Yeah.
Touching cards not allowed.
Is this him? Yeah, this is him. But I thought he had a music. I thought did he take down his music channel? Dang, he took down his music channel. Oh my goodness. How are we gonna listen to Carl from the Moon now? You have to go on what? SoundCloud? You have to go on SoundCloud to find Carl from the Moon? Okay, here we go. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Oh, man, he took it down. He took down all Carl, bro. What the heck, man? What the heck, man? Mark Digital. No, man, that I did not do that. I did not do that. So I'll have to look into that. Yeah, shout out to Dolores as well. Shout out to Dolores as well. So let's take a look here. Let's take a look on some 3-minute time frame. Yeah, also bearish div. Money flow curving up on the 3-minute though. You know, money flow curving up on the 3-minute. Let's check out the 6-minute. What's happening on the 6-minute here? About to get a red dot. About to get a red dot. Yeah, you know, VWAP is always a great place to look for a trade, guys. Especially if you are early in the morning in the New York Open. Shout out to Evan Aldo, by the way. Shout out to Evan Aldo. He was bummed out about Carl's music being taken down too. All right, cool. Crypto Yacht. Shout out to Crypto Yacht, by the way, who's working on something really funny for all of us. So that's cool, man. That is cool. Yeah, by the way, shout out to Crypto Yacht. If anyone doesn't know who Crypto Yacht is, he's a he's a trader and he's a musician. You can check him out on YouTube. I thought I was subscribed to Crypto Yacht. What the heck, man? I might be. It's hard to find things when you're live. Like if you ever go live, you know, you'll start flopping and groping. You'll be like, I don't know what to say. You know, and get embarrassed. You might say something stupid. You might say like, hey guys, what's going on here? And then you realize, oh man, I better take that down. I better start over. Yeah, this is Crypto Yacht. This is him. Yeah, this is him. See how he made 70K in one day trading Bitcoin. He has some other videos of him trading with massive position sizes. And look, it's Jason Casper. Would you look at that? It's me, guys. It's Jason Casper. Yeah, so getting that rejection, guys, from the VWAP, you know? Getting that rejection from the VWAP. You know, always makes for a good scalp in the morning, guys. Always does make for a good scalp in the morning. A 0.5% is usually where I TP1 on my scalps and then stop loss to entry, because that will guarantee a win, right? Why would you want to leave gains on the table, guys? Why would you want to leave gains on the table? You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't want to do that. Don't do that. Shout out to Bitcoin Slut 1 who says 8-hour blood diamond, my bro. Cool. Well, hey, TP1 stop loss to entry and just let the rest ride. Let it ride. What do I look for before placing a stop loss? J Math, are we fans of Carl? Of course we're super fans of Carl, man. Have you ever heard his beautiful vocals? Have you ever heard his beautiful vocals, guys? He does some good covers. Evan Aldo, bro, that's hilarious, man. That's hilarious. Um, the VIP live streams, you gotta go to patreon.com/Jason Casper and become a Patreon. But here's the thing, guys. It's the 29th of the month, and Patreon will always charge you at the beginning of the month, no matter what. So if you signed up the last day of the month, they'll charge you 2 days in a row. They don't care, man. They're ruthless. They're ruthless, right? You know? So, yeah, let's see what happens here, guys. Let's see what happens here. You know, like I said, my long trade, I have in fact taken profits. I did add some to my short right here as well at the VWAP, and just to see what happens. And I'm not sure what's going to happen, guys. I'm not sure what's going to happen. But you know, so far things have been crazy, right? Let's be honest. Things have been crazy, right? Like, for example, the long trade from yesterday, I kept my stop loss below the last low, which is good, because, you know, the trade was going really well, and then the trade got a little bit of a head cold, got a little scared, and then things started to come down a little bit, and you know, then the trade decided to go get checked out, and then all of a sudden, you know, ventilator remdesivir, and you know how that goes, right? So there's been a lot of volatility going on right here, and like, look at this, look at this trade. Like, this was so crazy, right? I was long from here, and I held it during this whole crash. I held it. I'm like, nah, we're gonna put in a higher low. We're gonna put in a higher low. Pfft, was wrong. So it's good to lock in your profits in these markets. So people want to know about stop losses. Here's how I determine the stop loss, right? The way I determine the stop loss is it depends on my already positions, right? So I've been taking longs with stop losses below the low, right? So I haven't really been moving my stop losses to entry with the longs, and the reason is because I'm in massive shorts. I'm in shorts from like very high up. I think I'm in a short from 48K. I'm in another short from 43K. I'm in another short from 50 something K. So if I take a long and I take a loss, a small loss on it, I'll just repay myself back with the I'll pay myself back with the gains from the short, right? But typically, especially if we're scalping, like this scalp from the VWAP, the way I trade this is this. When I see that we have put in the high, I put my stop loss above the wick, right? I set my TP1 at a 0.5% move to the downside. As soon as I hit that 0.5%, then I move the stop loss to the entry. And especially if I'm scalping, this is the way I scalp. I enter a trade with high leverage, high leverage, high leverage, high leverage, high leverage, okay? In fact, for example, the long trade that I took from $37,700, 67x leverage, guys. 67x leverage. Am I crazy? No, I'm not. Because what I do is I take a very small portion of my capital, 2% to be exact, and I put 2% on the trade. Now, the reason I do this is, let's say, right, I have $1,000 in an account, right? What's 67% of $1,000? $670. So if I'm putting 2% of my account on the trade at 69x leverage, even though I only have $1,000 in my account, I'm able to put more contracts than I even have onto the trade, right? And so I'm leveraging up a very small portion of capital, only 2%. And then at TP1, I take out half of the trade. All right, I take out half the position at TP1 and stop loss to entry. So it guarantees I've made a pretty decent gain, enough to say this is a good gain. I've made money for the day. But what I'm doing now is I still have a decent chunk. I still have 1% of my my capital on the trade, guaranteed now not to be in a loss, and that's actually even enough to continue on in a good trade. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I deal with the stop losses, guys. That's how I deal with the stop losses, and that's kind of how I scalp. If I'm swing trading, it's different. Then I'm using lower leverage, and for swing trades, I always put the stop loss below the place where the trade idea is officially failed, right? Officially failed. So if, let's say, we're looking to take a long from, well, hang on 1 second. I don't even know what I have in the chart right now. Let's just say, for example, that we're looking to take a long from, I don't know. What's a good example of it? Okay, so yeah, let's say that we are looking to take a trade along from here. Well, I would probably put the stop loss below here, because I would say, you know, if we now then put in a lower low, then my idea of swing long is probably not going to work out too well, you know. So, but yeah, shout out to everyone in the chat. Thanks for even listening to my voice. Am I using a trading software? I do it manually, HC, but the bot will actually do it. The bot will actually do it for you. Yeah, the bot will do it for you. Oh, I should say one more thing about stop losses. If I'm scalping a level, I oftentimes, depending on the trade, don't even use a stop loss. I put it as close to liquidation as possible. But if I'm doing something very specific, like shorting the VWAP, then I will use a stop loss. If I'm doing a chickens drinking water, then I will use a stop loss. But a lot of times, if I'm trying to like short a zone, let's say, I don't use a stop loss. I will not use a stop loss. I just put the stop loss as close to liquidation as possible to avoid liquidation fee. And what that does is it gives my trade breathing room. Even at 70x leverage, guys, you know, the trade can go up like 1% against you, and you'll still be good, right? So it's I know it seems crazy, but it's really not that crazy. Shout out to Sean, who says the bot is the bomb. Yeah, guys, the bot really is the bomb. So like, basically, for right now, in the VIP Discord, we do have the beta testing for the bot, right? And basically, the way it works is you make your plans for the day, and then the bot will trade your plans for you. That's how I got into the short yesterday, because I was out in the garden planting beets, guys. Because honestly, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world. You know, it's good to grow your own food. In fact, one of the best ways to not be a slave is to grow your own food. And I'm not even kidding. So I had the bot set up to look for trades at all these levels. And this is the exact script that I put into the bot. I shared it here in case anyone wanted to have the same script set up. And then while I was planting beets, the bot entered the trade, took TP1 this morning. I was actually at the gym, guys, doing some push-ups and some pull-ups. TP2 hit. And honestly, there are some people using this bot that are like, basically, they are so good at it. I can't even believe it. I honestly can't even believe it. Like, some guys they do this thing all day. Crypto Tom, man. Crypto Tom, he had over 100 trades in one day a few days ago. It's crazy, man. Like, I don't take this many trades with the bot, but Crypto Tom is like the master at this bot, and so is Southpaw. And like, there's so many people in here. Look at this guy. I don't know how to say it. Pyam. Sloth Poop too. Sloth Poop making these trades. He was down a bit on ETH, but overall good. Risk management. And Dorito Dust. I mean, it's just crazy. It's so crazy, the people taking these. And here's the thing. We have a community in here for the bot. So, like, we're sharing scripts. We're sharing strategies. We're working on new strategies. We have a great team. And, of course, we take losses, guys. Of course, we take losses in here. There is a learning curve to the bot as well, right? It's not all rainbows and butterflies. It's compromise that moves us along. But it's a pretty cool thing. So anyway, to become a beta tester, You have to be a member of the Discord, and then we're actually going to launch this thing publicly in, I think, July. So yeah, that's the deal with the bot. It's pretty cool because, you know, when you're a guy like me and you are doing your TA every day, right? Like, come to the chart every single morning, and I post my levels, and basically I can just do my TA and tell the bot, you know, bot, if we come to any one of these levels, take a trade if, only if you see the gymnast at the club, right? And you take a trade if you see her out there partying on her feet. You take a trade if you see her at the circus on a trapeze upside down. You know what I'm saying? You get excited. The bot gets excited. When the bot sees the uneven butt cheeks, the bot knows that's where the money is. The bot knows that that is where the money is. Look at those Benjamins, right? And the bot gets excited, right? Look at this. Look at that face. Very excited. And it really does help, because if I didn't have the bot, I'd probably end up driving and trading, okay? Because when the price is coming up to a key level of resistance and you know it and you're stuck in the car, you know, the kids are in the back, the wife is in the passenger seat, all inhibition goes out the window. Is that the right word? Yeah, inhibition, I think. It all goes out the window, right? You're going 49 down the road. You got the charts pulled up on the screen. You take your eyes off the road, and you are just too excited. You pull your phone out. Now you're texting and trading and driving and looking at a screen while you're driving, right? It's not a self-driving car, okay? It's a manual driving car. So, okay, so here comes Bitcoin getting a little bit more of a pump right here, and this intrigues me. This intrigues me, guys. This intrigues me. This intrigues me. The reason why this intrigues me is because I know that we have important things coming up here, guys. We have important things coming up here. We have those single prints that could be filled, right? We have the single prints that could be filled. Now, notice that the Jason Casper green boxes, guys, these things are respected to the dollar, okay? Not trying to be braggadocious here, but you know, even just for a wick like that, you know, the Jason Casper green boxes are respected to the dollar. So, you know, if you are in the VIP Discord, just, you know, those boxes, man, they don't play around. They're green and they're juicy. They don't play around. You know what I'm saying? So, now the reason why we're rejecting from here, just so everyone knows, is because we had the beginning of some single prints right here. And basically what happens is if you go to a, well, it's a little bit complicated. I'm sure a lot of people understand. And if not, by the way, if you want to learn single prints, TPO, market profile, all this kind of stuff, order flow, we do have a course with a 15% discount. In the pinned comment of the video. You can even watch a preview here just so you can see if you would be interested in taking this information, which myself and Boyan from the Discord, we put it together as a team, and we are also uploading data and content to it on a regular basis, even more sessions to come. Now, this right here actually is a great example of the house analogy I was talking about before, right? We had resistance, boom. We decide to take the stairs, we come back down, get a bounce off the floor, to the next level, right? To the next level. That's how it works. So I'm curious to see what happens at that 39,350 level. I'm curious to see what happens right here. Look at that. 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 Look at that, guys. Look at that, you know? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Let's see what happens here. Look at that. Look at that wick. Let's go to the 3 minute. See what's happening here. That's actually what I like to see there. Come on, Market Cipher. Why are you not loading for me, man? My internet is so dang slow. You know, slight bearish divs here. Slight bearish divs. Let's take a look at what happened here on an order flow chart. Let's see what did happen here. Oh yeah, so we had a lot of people we had a lot of longs opening up right up here. And we actually have a lot of longs right here. We could see them right here. 1.5 million longs, 2.4 million longs. And then as we come up here, 2 million people longing right up at the top right there as well. And now they're all closed out. A lot of them just closed out their trade. They opened and then they're like, nah, I'm out. They opened and then they're like, nah, I'm out. So if we start to get a lot of shorts coming in right here, price is going to come down. If we start to see lots of shorts opening up right here. But I would say this. Here's honestly what I would say. The lower term time frames are showing us that we could get a move to the downside right here. But the higher term time frames are showing us more upside. Like for example, the 12-minute. Let's take a look at the 12-minute here. Is the 12-minute? It's not loading. I can't see it. Cannot see it. Man, okay, there we go. Actually, the 12 minutes even showing that we could potentially get a hidden bearish divergence here as well and come down a little bit more. We could potentially get a hidden bearish div here and come down a little bit more as well. So look at that, guys. We're just scalping live on the interwebs here. You know what I'm saying? See what happens at the chopping around at the VWAP here. Chopping around at the VWAP. Chopping around. And so speaking of stop losses, like, because this is a specific trade here, the way I would approach this is stop loss above the wick, very small risk, TP1 at 0.5%. So come on baby, don't do this to me, Bitcoin. No. Oh no. Guys, hang on, I need a second here. Uh-oh, so this could be real bad. You know, this could be real bad. Oh my goodness, this could be horrible, guys. Oh man, you know, this could be really bad. But here's the thing. Such small risk, 0.18%. 0.18%, you know what I'm saying? So TP1 down at 0.5%, and then stop loss then goes to the entry, right? Stop loss then goes to the entry. So let's see. I think we can come down more here, guys. I think we can do it. Come on, 6 minute. Come on, 6 minute. Come on, 3 minute. Come on, 1 minute. Give me a trigger wave. Give me a bearish trigger wave, 1 minute. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Baby. That's what I'm talking about, baby. You know? So, oh man. We're back above the WAP. We're back above the WAP. Let's get a bearish trigger wave going on right here. Let's get one. Yeah, it's just paper money, guys. This isn't fart. No, I didn't fart. I'm not in the toilet. I have streamed on the toilet before, but not now. Wow, we have 459 likes. That's crazy. Wow, how do we have more likes than viewers? That's insane, man. Wow, let's do it. Let's do it. Can you imagine if I actually did give away $3,107? That would be wild. Yeah, trading view, guys, it can be a little bit slow. It can be slow. There's our bearish trigger. There's our bearish trigger wave, guys. There it is. There it is. Come on, VWAP. Oh, man, you know, look at that. Look at that beautiful bounce right on the VWAP. Scary times, guys. Honestly, scary times. I can't enter a trade without lots of stress. So I make sure I'm on lots of pharmaceuticals, because honestly, the only way to be healthy in this world, guys, is if you are always going to the doctor and being put on pharmaceutical drugs. That's the only way to stay healthy. You know, diet, exercise doesn't do a single thing for you. Not at all. Not at all. If you want to stay healthy, make sure to cover up every orifice to your body. Okay? Because those orifices, they're not there to detox or to remove toxins from your body. They're only there to allow pathogens in. Right? I didn't realize this, but, you know, the past few years I've learned myself a thing or two. And, yeah, so it's stressful, guys. Feeling stressed out? Take a drug. You know? Take a drug. It'll help you. It's not addictive. No, it'll help you. Feeling stressed out? Just can't work, can't go to work, scared? Stay home, watch Netflix, and eat ice cream. You know? Come on, baby. Come on, TP1. This is what I'm talking about, baby. Oh! Dang it! Dang it! Come on! Come on! Oh! Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh, man. Oh, man, this is so crazy. This is scary, guys. This is petrifying. Oh, come on! Oh, man. Come on. Come on. Come on. Just hit the dang. Just hit the dang. Take profit. One. What is going on with this? Oh, my goodness. I'm not constipated, guys. I'm not constipated. Oh, I take cold showers too, eye opener. I take cold showers too. I take cold showers. It's part of my morning routine, right? It's part of my morning routine because what I do. Oh, there we go. TP1 hit, guys. TP1 hit. What I do is I wake up and I pray for half an hour, and then I grab my Market Cipher mug and I do some exercise for like half an hour maybe. And while I do exercise, I listen to the audio King James Bible. And, you know, I'm not a King James onlyist, but I enjoy the Byzantine manuscript tradition. You know? I enjoy the Byzantine manuscript, you know? You know? Erasmus is my buddy. Shout out to all my Bible nerds who understand what I'm talking about. But here's the thing. After I do that, I take a cold shower and I slap myself in the face and I slap myself on the chest to try and slap some testicular girth into my soul for the day, to remind myself to be a man, to love my wife, to love my kids, you know, be a man, right? Lest at any time I be tempted to get, you know, selfish and stuff like that, right? That's why I put myself through that uncomfortable situation. People say it's like good for your hormones. I don't know. You know, I'm no hormonologist. I'm no doctor. Wow. We have, yeah, morning routines, eye opener. That's the way to do it. Have I ever gotten into the books of Enoch? Of course I have. Of course. Of course. 500 milligrams of test can help. I hear that. I hear that 500 milligrams of test can help your hormones. Yeah. Of course I've been into the books of Enoch. You know, personally, I'm a first Enoch kind of guy. I don't think the second two were written in the same time period. But definitely Enoch, the first one, I think it contains a lot of truth, guys. I think it contains a lot of truth relevant to our times as well. Relevant to our times. Because it's just an interesting book. It's an interesting book. The authors of the New Testament scriptures reference it often, even quote from it. And I think the information contained in there is pertinent to the times in which we live. But that's just my opinion, guys. What the heck do I know? What the heck do I know? I'm just the guy who trades and drives. I don't know a single thing. But it is interesting, right? It is interesting that the book opens up by saying, that the book is for those righteous who are to exist in the time of trouble. So it almost seems as if it was written for a generation afar off. So we're waxing non-technical analysis right now, guys, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I haven't ever read Wim Hof's book, but I've heard of it. Is Earth flat? I don't know, man. I've never actually been to outside space. I myself have never been past the Van Allen radiation belts. I have never gone to the moon. I was not on the camera crew that recorded the first moon landing coming down. I don't know, guys. I don't know what shape it is. It could be a triangle. I don't know. How would I know such a thing? I'm just a simple man down here. I don't know anything. A little trenbolone acetate also works. That's true. Yeah, you guys have hormones that are not... you guys have hormones that aren't working for you. A little tren. Just eat clean and tren hard, and you'll get jacked, guys. Have I ever read any physics books? No, I have not. I have not read any physics books. I took physics in high school. But, the only reason I passed the class... Shout out to my man Justin DiCarlo. Bro, if it weren't for you, I would have failed physics because he was my lab partner and I just copied everything he did. So I got 100s on all the labs, but like 30s on all the tests. And so that averaged out to like a D, so I got to pass that class. Which was a waste of time, honestly, guys, because I never got my high school diploma. Because when I was in high school, I thought for sure I was going to go to college because that's the thing you're supposed to do. But I didn't, right? I didn't go to college, and so all that trying to not fail was totally wasted. And so I am definitely not going to send my kids to public school because I want them to be smart and know how to do things in life that actually can help them. And I you know what? After high school, the reason I didn't graduate is because I was in a band. I was in a band, and I toured internationally. And I always wonder, Lord, why did you let me be in that band? Because I was not walking with the Lord at the time. I was living more of a lascivious lifestyle, guys. Shout out to all my KJV readers who know what lascivious means, right? So the thing is, I really think the only reason God allowed me to be in a band is so that I wouldn't go to college. Because if I had gone to college, I probably would have been a fat, transgendered, pink-haired, poor, stupid kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? But instead, I have all this blessing in my life. I really think it's because I didn't go to college. Because when you're in college, you are so, easily swayed by your peers and by things that your professors are teaching you. You know what I'm saying? It could totally change the trajectory of your life. It could totally change it. So, yeah, exactly. I want to teach my kids trading. You know what I'm saying? I want to teach them trading. Yeah, homeschool and unschool. That's the way to go. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, if I had gone to college, I don't know, I probably would have, honestly, guys, would have been a history teacher. I would have been a history teacher. That was my goal, to be a history teacher. You know why? You know why I want to be a history teacher? Because I figured I don't have to really know anything. Like, if you're a math teacher, you have to know math, right? If you're an English teacher, you have to read books. This was my high school mentality, right? This was how I thought in high school. But if I'm a history teacher, I don't have to know a single thing. I just read the textbook to the kids and tell them to memorize what it says. I get summers off, and it's like it's the easiest thing in the world to be a history teacher. This is in my mind, right? Because it's like if the kid fails, it's not your fault. They didn't read the dang book, right? Who was the first president? You know, if they get it wrong, it's not because you didn't teach them math right. It's because they didn't read the dang book. What an easy job is how I thought, right? So I would have went to college, probably would have become like some kind of weird social communistic type, you know? I have family that's happened to. It's so funny because, well, never mind. I'm not going to get into my personal issues here. But it's so funny, the mentality of certain people. Let's just put it that way. So here's the short, guys, going well here. Going well. Now we're getting our 12-minute red dot right here. We're getting our 12-minute red dot. Shout out to Shinigami Gamer X, who's 19 and trades with the course, never went to college. Yeah, well, here's the thing. In all honesty, guys, there's some things if you want to do in life, you have to go to college. If you want to be a doctor, if you want to be a lawyer, there are certain things you have to go to. If you want to be an engineer, if you want to be an architect, like you should get the training for that. For sure. But it depends on your goals in life, right? If your goal in life is to live a nice, quiet, peaceful life, you know, and all you need to do is make enough money to get by and just live a nice, peaceful, quiet life, then yeah, I would say college is unnecessary for most people, right? Because now that you're, $50,000 in debt, looking for a job so you can pay off your debt, and once you get your job to pay off your student debt, you can go into more debt. It's better just to not go through any of that stuff, you know, and just make some money. And then, especially trading is such a cool thing, right? Trading, investing, that's the way to go. Okay, well, if you don't want to be a liar, then yeah, I don't know. Get woke, go broke. You know, that's so funny because I have a person I know who is very woke, and she is very broke, and she wishes that her job would pay her more money. But at the same time, she's a communist. So I don't know why she's concerned about her job not paying her money. She should quit the job because that's just giving into the... Never mind. But yeah, guys, it is a mentality. It's a mentality. It's a mentality. Mentality. How long did it take for me to become a profitable trader? Probably about 3 years. And I did it wrong. Really, they're trying to bring wokeness into Japan? That is crazy. That is crazy. We're all free-range tax slaves. Yeah, that's kind of true. But here's the thing, guys. You know, it is kind of crazy to me that so many people don't see what is happening in Western civilizations. It's just so weird to me, and I'm talking people who are not woke, even, you know, I'm talking like conservative types, you know what I'm saying, like your grandfather, got the "Don't Tread on Me" flag on the back of his pickup truck, got the big old beard, got the AR-15, you know what I'm saying, but these people also, a lot of them, they want like socialism in a lot of ways. They don't realize it because like they're all about like Medicare and Medicaid and like insurance and all this. It's like those things enslave people, man. Social Security enslaves you, like Medicare enslaves you, and it makes you like dependent on the system too. Like people for some reason think that Medicare is gonna like keep them freaking healthy, and all it's gonna do is put them on a whole bunch of pharmaceuticals that keep them just healthy enough to be alive and pay the bill for the drug, but sick enough so you're never going to get better. And then they got diabetes because they like eat all this junk food instead of like eating healthy. It's like, what the heck, guys? Like, I mean, it's just a slave mentality. That's why people need to start growing some food, because like there's some crazy things happening in the world right now. We're about to head into some hard times, guys. And if everybody just started to do more things for themselves, we would be in such a much better position as a society. Because, like, for example, I mean, if anyone has grass, you could probably grow enough food to sustain yourself for the year. I'm not even kidding. Like, in a very small space, too. And if everyone did that, do you know how much control the people would get back in their life? Because people are slaves to their jobs because they need to buy food at the end of the day. All you need is food, water, and shelter. And people can provide those things for themselves. The earth can produce literally everything you need to survive. It's crazy. It's crazy. But, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, they try to cure an unhealthy lifestyle. Like, yeah, oh yeah, keep eating your McDonald's, but we'll just give you this blood pressure medicine, and, you know, we'll just give you this, this drug. It's crazy. Yeah, curing people doesn't create a good business model. That's true. That's true. Evan Aldo's been debating moving to Costa Rica. I've been thinking about. I really want. I would love to go to Costa Rica or Mexico. I would love to go to Mexico. Mexico seems to be a good place to go. And Costa Rica for sure. I would love it. I would love Costa Rica. Shout out to Daniel Prinsloo. Yeah, it's a very sad thing, Daniel Prinsloo, what the Western world has become, you know? We have, in a sense, forsaken our birthright. Right? I don't mean to pull scriptural references out of context here, but yeah, we have a Western civilization as a heritage of individualism and freedom and balls and a Judeo-Christian worldview, and we have totally forsaken all that, right? Yeah, I take out half the trade at TP1. TP2 and up, I will take 10 to 25%, Vince. So the reason I take 50%, this is the way I've been doing it lately. So I'll take 50% at TP1, and then I still have, you know, depending on what leverage I'm using, I still have a pretty big chunk of the trade open. So then TP, the real TP1, I'll usually take 25% out, and then just take little 10% out. And then eventually I'll move my stop loss into profit. Did I post the trade from the VWAP in the Discord? I didn't post the actual setup in the Discord, right? I didn't post the actual setup in the Discord, but I did post the level, right? So, right here. Locally, we're finding support at the golden pocket, value area low of the range with the 1 hour bottoming out. We have some single prints right near the point of control and a golden pocket right near daily open. If we get a move up, I'll be looking for resistance there. And we have the exact box with the single prints right here with that point of control. So I didn't post the setup, but I posted the level. And basically, in the Discord, guys, any level I post is a level I'm looking for a trade from, you know? It's a level that I'm looking for the trade from. So if I say I'm looking to if I'm looking for resistance at the single prints and I post them, that's a level to be looking. A level to be looking. Do we have a naked session point of control at 38800? Let's check it out. I have one at 38400. Pancho El Carnivoro moved to Mexico a year ago. Yeah, if I didn't have family here, I would move to Mexico. I mean, what just happened now? The Department of Homeland Security has like a disinformation protection department right now. Did you guys hear about that? Did you hear about that? Literally, the Department of Homeland Security now is employing people to prevent disinformation. AKA, if you're saying something that the government doesn't like, Department of Homeland Security has people that are there to put a stop to what you are saying. That is so crazy, guys. That is so crazy. You know what is horrible is that I'm probably shadow banning the crap out of my channel with this stream, guys. I'm probably shadow banning the crap out of my channel with this stream. Tips on getting in with a really tight stop loss. Oof, I can't really give good tips because I don't like to use tight stops. This is my tip, right? This stop right here, which by the way should be now at profit. This stop right here is simply above the last wick, right? Above the last wick. If we're shorting a very specific area, which is okay, so this short, stop above last wick, TP1, stop loss to entry. This short, stop above wick, TP1 50%, stop loss to entry. If you're shorting a specific thing, like in this case, the single prints being closed, or in this case, rejection from the VWAP, then you know where that stop loss should be, because if I'm shorting, if my idea, right, it's hypothesis. My hypothesis, right, is that I'm shorting a rejection after we fill these single prints. That's my hypothesis. So if we reject from the single prints, I can say, okay, if I'm going to put my stop loss below this high wick because I'm trading the plan that we're rejecting from those single prints. So if we put now in a higher high, this was a smart stop loss. It was safe and effective because it gave me enough wiggle room so that we can still come all the way up here without like breaking the bearish market structure, right? But if we come above that level, then it's effective because my idea is no longer valid, right? So it really depends on the context of the trade. Tight stop losses only work if you have a very good entry, right? They only work if you have a very, very good entry. So that's how you got to do it. You got to have a good entry. DXY. Let's check out the S&P 500 real quick. S&P 500 dumping. Let's check out the dollar index. Wow. Look at that, guys. Wow, almost looks like an Adam and Eve kind of thing going on there. Crypto Garden, is this true though? Is this true? Especially this word, is that true? I mean, I don't know. I don't know, Crypto Garden, if this word is actually true. Because I honestly don't know a single person who did this for the one that you I really don't. And I don't take sides politically in this nation because I think they're two wings of the same bird. The purpose is to create a Hegelian dialectic among the people, divide and conquer. That's literally the purpose of having a two-party system, you know. But I don't take sides, but I honestly don't believe that this has been, I don't think this has happened in a very long time. I don't think this has actually happened in a very long time. And I think just recently they've made it so obvious that this hasn't happened that you have to be a complete moron not to see it. But, I mean, the reason I say that is because, you know, really it's the people that the citizens get to do this for, are selected and pushed by the media, which is honestly just an arm of Central Intelligence, which is a fact that can be proven through documentation. Check out the, Mockingbird. But you look at people like Ron Paul, who stood for liberty, who actually stood for the principles that this country was founded on, and the media completely ignores the man. Completely ignores the man. Act like he doesn't exist. Okay, they don't give him any kind of coverage in the polls. They always put him at the bottom. Even if he had higher ratings than the others, they put him at the bottom. Very strange. But then you have another man who comes along who has the color orange, and the media loves to bring attention to him. They love to bring attention to him. Even though it's negative, they love to bring attention to him. Why? They are forcing this man into the consciousness of the public. And people who never gave a crap about politics now all of a sudden are very conservative and political and this and that. It's very, very manipulative. And I don't think this really happens in a fair way, not even close. And I think, we can see evidence of this. But hey, what do I know, guys? I'm just an idiot on the internet. Just an idiot on the internet. I don't know a single thing, right? I really don't know a single thing, guys. I mean that. But, right, exactly. In fact, Crypt-A-Non says that this agency controls the television. It's so true. And literally they create virtual reality for us plebs. Because I guarantee that 99.9% of your lives listening to this during the past 2 years have been completely normal besides what you see on this. In fact, if we didn't have screens to tell us what reality was, the past 2 years would have been complete business as usual. But they haven't been, because it's literally an ontological war. A battle of what is reality. A battle of what is reality. Seriously. So, exactly, Craig. Media is literally more of a sitcom show. It's literally a sitcom show. You have your actors, your drama. What did the Orange Man say today? What did Elon Musk tweet about? Crazy stuff, It's so funny and ironic the way people are so distracted as well. Do you remember the guy who killed himself in prison, who was accused of having an island, who, you guys know the one I'm talking about? I probably shouldn't talk, I can't talk about him. But all I can say is, when important things happen in the world, you can rest assured that Trump is going to tweet something, or Will Smith is going to slap somebody, and all of a sudden the whole world has to go on pause to talk about whether or not Will Smith is happy in his marriage or not, or some billionaire technocrat is going to buy Twitter, and all of a sudden you're going to have people congratulating each other that speech is going to be free again, when important things are happening in the world, right? But it's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. Let's check out our let's check out this. How's it going? How's this going over here? Guys, you know what? I'm a little bit nervous that when I get off this stream, there's going to be a white van out front with no windows, and this will be my last one. So, pray for me, guys. Pray for me. Yeah, this guy. Shout out to Creepy Joe. Holding it down with the wrench. Creepy Joe bringing the ministry of truth into the chat. Way to go, bro. Way to go. Yeah, Johnny Depp. Come on, man. Really? Johnny Depp? Yeah, exactly, Jonathan Moore. It's crazy. Yeah, Elon Musk is going to buy Twitter and free the speech. That's so crazy. I mean, first of all, look into the guy's history. He comes from he comes from a family of people who are literally technocrats in Canada in like the early 1900s. And you don't just become the richest man in the world by accident, right? He gets money from the government to do the things that he does. And the man wants to connect your brain to a computer using Neuralink. Why are people celebrating the fact that this man has bought Twitter? Right? And yes, it's fun to see all the woke people freak out about it. All these crazy people are literally on the news saying, I mean, it's amazing to see people say free speech. I mean, they don't say it this way, but essentially they're saying free speech could destroy our democracy, is what they're saying. It's crazy. People are saying that now that Elon has bought Twitter. You go on some of these more let's say I hate to use the words left and right, but you guys know what I'm talking about. The left media outlets, and they're honestly saying this is, we could have a little too much free speech here, right? And even Elon Musk himself said he's for free speech as long as it's legal, as long as it's within the bounds that the government sets. Well, guess what? If you have free speech, there is no bounds on what the government can set. Or and I hate to say this too, but sorry guys, this is straight shadow ban content right here, man. Why don't I tell you when I'm about to enter a trade live? Well, I pretty much gave the exact level and said there's bearish divergences and that longs were being trapped. And then I set up a trade thing right here with a stop loss and a TP1. Yeah, I guess that's true, eye opener. When I say left, yeah, MSM, yeah. I never trusted the Muskinator. I don't trust the man, right? I just don't trust him. Something doesn't sit right. Bill Gates has run his course. We need a new billionaire to come and be the hero for humanity. Because everyone knows about the Gates, right? So we need a new billionaire, a young, hip guy. To come in, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we should have a waxing channel. We should have a channel where I just talk about not TA. You know what I'm saying? So, how many genders are there? Well, it depends. It depends, guys. It really depends. And I have to say that I am very, very upset with the Pens adult diapers for only putting cisgendered men and females on their packaging here. But we all know gender is simply just a social construct. It has nothing to do with biology. In fact, I just got off my period yesterday, and I'm so thankful because, man, I get the worst moodiness and hot flashes. But, yeah. CryptoFace for president? I would totally vote for CryptoFace if he was running for president. I would vote for CryptoFace. Then we'd all learn trading in school. We'd all learn about the uneven butt cheeks in school. So, I should probably take this stream down after it, guys, because honestly, I'm a little bit concerned. I'm a little bit concerned of some of the topics that we've talked about here. Jonathan Moore. Elon's a good guy, even though he's going to end humanity as we know it. Neuralink inventor, but he's going to save us from AI. Yeah, I mean, if you're going to take the perspective that he talks about, saying that it's inevitable. He gave this interview once, like, what did he say? He's like, I can't do his accent, but it was so funny the way he said it. He's like, I tried to warn people about AI. Futile. So, yeah, that's a whole nother thing. But we are quickly heading down the road of into a post-human world, guys, into a post-human world. And that is honestly one of the reasons why I do think that the Book of Enoch, the first Enoch, is so pertinent to our times, guys. Yeah, I should get Rumble. I should probably back up my channel on Rumble. Yeah, I should. Yeah, shout out to Jay Math. Thanks for being here, Jay. I like your name. Was never really a fan of math, but definitely Jay is a cool name. Yeah, can we get 750 likes? Can we? We're close. We have never been this close in a long time. And people always say I cut the stream before we get it. But, like, the thing is, I can't stream all day, guys. I can't stream all day. Are the chickens thirsty? If they are going to get thirsty, I would say that, well, you could make a case that we had a very local CDW right here, right? Bullish div. But I would honestly look for this low here to potentially get into a long. And the reason is because we have this point of control, and we have this previous low right here. So if we come down to this area, could be a nice scalp long, honestly. If we come down to this purple line right here, about 38,789, could be a nice long, potentially. Wait a second. There we go. Whew, that was crazy. Can you believe that? Green and red. You want to stay off pharmaceutical drugs, guys. You're going to need to use blue and purple candles, because they are clinically proven to reduce depression and anxiety. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so let's check out our 3-minute time frame here. Yeah, I would like to see us take that low, because honestly, then we could get even a 3-minute butt cheek like this. I'm talking for a scalp. But who knows? Maybe we just put in a higher low right here. Let's pull out our fib and see what's happening. Well, we actually now that I mention it, now that I see this, we did come down to a golden pocket, potentially even on a very low time frame at a golden pocket, forming some kind of a diamond pattern too, right? Potentially, guys, low time frames. We got to be honest, right? The signals are much less clear, right? But potentially forming a diamond reversal pattern down here at the golden pocket for a move to the upside. And I am let's check out the 1 hour. Let's check out the 1 hour. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we got another move up from around this area. But you know what would be really, really nice in my mind would be if we put in a lower low, and like got like some kind of uneven butt cheek on the 1 hour. That would be nice. That would actually be really nice. But I'm also wouldn't be surprised if we took out this low down here from 37.7. The reason why is because we go to the TPO chart and we have poor lows down there, right? So if anyone's unaware of like the how that works, where do we put in our low? Right down here. So basically on a TPO chart you have these things called buying tails, which is where you have single prints at the bottom of a profile. If you don't have that, that means that there wasn't really big money coming in here to push price back to the upside. And this usually means there's unfinished business down here at around that 37.7 level. So, it wouldn't surprise me if we come back down and take out the low. It usually means we're going to come and take out that low. But, it's not always the case, right? We've had Like for example, we did put in a poor high up here, but we never came back to take that high. So it just is like an added level of confluence, right? We had a poor high here, which is what this poor high up here is making me think that we could really come back up and maybe come to that come back up above this 40.7 level, right? Where we do have a we have a naked point of control. Well, we have the TPO right here, and we have the naked daily point of control right around this area. So we have a poor high right here, a level of resistance right above. Wouldn't surprise me if we do get a move up there. It also wouldn't surprise me if we get a move down here. Basically, guys, I'm totally agnostic. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know, okay? And I just always find myself in this situation. I have no idea what's going to happen. I'm driving in the car, and then all of a sudden it happens. Massive pump up to the resistance. Oh, my goodness. So, yeah. Crypto Wendy uses crimson and cream candles. I didn't really know that. Wannabe Griffin. Yeah, it's actually not funny, right? It's actually not funny. But I'm glad some people understood that. DXY pumping to 100K confirmed. Do I do spot trading? I do hodling. Shout out to Memory Man. Shout out to Aaron G. Sven, can I check out GMT and explain what happened with that last wick? I could try, but I probably won't have a good answer for you. Let's check it out. Let's see what happened here. Looks like we put in a double high. That is crazy, right? That's the 12-minute chart, man. That is crazy. I mean, I can't really tell you what happened. I can't, but I would say that we came up to an area of resistance, and on the 1 minute time frame we could see the bearish divergences and money flow coming down. On the 3 minute time frame, I mean, that happened so quick, right? I don't know. Man, why am I trading Bitcoin when these altcoins are crazy? They're crazy. Oh, that's right. Later today, guys, we're gonna have what did Luke from Toro? I was supposed to stream with Luke today, but he stood me up. I was there at the restaurant in the tightest, shortest skirt I had, just waiting for him, and he texted me. He's like, "Yeah, bro, I can't do it today." I was like, "Dang." So, yeah, today in the VIP Discord, guys, we're going to be doing $500 Bitcoin giveaways for games that we're going to play. It's going to be fun. It's going to be so fun. Shout out to Aaron G, who has 7 shorts open. I did just look at Ape actually yesterday. Yeah, Toro's crypto, he's no joke, seriously. He's good. He's good. He's a good trader. Who the heck? Webcam chats? Come on. Don't be posting that stuff in here. Don't be posting that nonsense in here. Thanks, Rob. You're the man, bro. You're the man. That's so weird. It's crazy that spammers, I guess they make money doing this somehow. Yeah. Yeah, that's true, Craig. I am used to rejection anyway. I am so used to rejection, you know. That's why I'm so good at shorting, because I always have this face. This is my resting face. Like, you've heard of RBF? I have RRF, resting rejection face. Just always sitting there with that furrowed brow and the mouth slightly open. And yeah, so it wasn't a big deal when Luke from Toros told me that he couldn't stream today. It wasn't really a big deal. But alright, so now I would have to say that the potential CDW from down here, not really feeling it as much anymore, because it's no longer a divergence right down here. We've got the flopping cheeks. We've got the flopping cheeks. The 1 minute actually, let's check out some stuff here. Let's see what's happening. So actually, interesting, we have a lot of longs opening down here. We have a lot of people longing here. That's interesting. Let's go even to a lower time frame. Yeah, I don't see anything that I actually like here. We have a lot of longs now closing out. We had a few shorts opening here, nothing to write home about. I would text my mom and tell her, you know, hey mom, you know, we had some volatility, but I wouldn't write a letter to her. But if we are going to get the chickens drinking water, this is where it's going to happen right here. This is where it would happen. But I personally would not. I would not take this one, guys. I personally would not. That's just me. No, y'all do you. I would not. Although it is cool to see that the level, this high volume node, was respected to the dollar. Right? You see that? This high volume node respected to the dollar. That's where we wick down to. I would say this is not the highest probability for a bounce here, just because the money flow on the 1 minute, the floppy cheek on the 1 minute, the floppy cheek on the 3 minute. Yeah, I would prefer just to stay short here, honestly. Shout out to Bitcoin Slut 1. Glad that 36.6, is that where we're at? Oh, okay, now we've got a confirmed bull div on the 1 minute. Well, not confirmed, but printing. 36.6, yeah, I think that's probably good good confluence there. I don't actually have that level pulled up on my chart right now, but here, let me see if I can pull it up. Let's go to a higher term time frame. 36.6. I mean, it looks like a good area. I would be interested in taking along from around that 36.6 area. I would be definitely pretty interested in taking along from there, to be honest. Wow, well look at that, guys. Look at that massive 1 minute candle. Look at the VWAP standing straight up. Alright, now let's see something here. Let me just see something. Oof, wow, look at that, look at that, look at that, man. Missed out on it. Missed out on it. Yeah, man. We did have a lot of shorts getting trapped right there. In hindsight, look at that. Look at that. See, look at all these shorts coming in right here. You can see all the shorts opening right here. As price gets higher, that's telling you that there's some big limit orders coming in to try and push the price up. That's how you can tell. But look at that. Look at that. We reject right off of this previous high. And let's see something out of curiosity. Because if we are going to continue up, I would want to see maybe a retrace off of either the golden pocket. Looks like we're going to get a red dot here. So let's watch and see what happens at this golden pocket, right? If you miss the first entry, if this is even an entry, right? I mean, the 1 hour, it's so hard to say right now, guys. It's so hard to say based on the higher time frames. But let's just, yeah. If you miss a bottom, a lot of times the golden pocket can give you a good entry. So I would want to see something like this, right? If we are going to get a reversal here, right? Come up to this support resistance flip, clear, resistance, resistance, support, 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 resistance, resistance, reject from it, come back down to the golden pocket. That would be my entry. That would be my entry if I was looking to scalp this right now. This is what I would wait for. Something like that. Reject off this support resistance flip, come down, stop out all the people who FOMO'd long here, and then get in at the golden pocket retracement. If we put in a trigger wave on the 1 minute, come down like this, and we see that continued direction up, you know, could be an entry as far as scalping goes. But it is pretty crazy to see the to see that the level that we had marked out was respected to the dollar, even though it didn't take it. Because you got to take those trades where you're super confident, right? You have to just make sure that you have those super high probability ones. We bounced right off the level. That is actually a sign of strength, because I am long from down here. I'm long from down here from this morning because of the fact that we did bounce perfectly off the golden pocket. So I'm long from down here at 37.7, and then I longed again from right here this morning at 38.6, still in the long. And that's actually a really interesting retest that we got right now, coming down to the high volume node of this consolidation period. Yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens. Would be nice. Come down, get a trigger wave at the golden pocket. 3 minute on ETH looks nice. Yeah, they'll all be gone at sub 20K, that's for sure. That is for sure. Well, guys, we've been on stream for about 2 hours, and I do have to head out. I have a lot of work to do today. Celebrate the 1 day bullish div. It very well may react. It very well may. But we can have a lot of volatility with those high time frame signals, right? Weekly is bearish, but we've been ranging, right? So, yeah. Yeah. But anyway, guys, I do have to head out because I got a lot of work to do, and we have games later in the Discord. So, may God bless all of you in Jesus' name, in the name of the Messiah, Yeshua. And, it is encouraging as we see the world getting the way it is to understand how it all ends, how God does have a plan to redeem his people from this evil age, as well as to establish a more perfect existence, right? And as I see things getting darker, it does give me hope because I know that the Lord is returning soon. So, receive this blessing in Hebrew. And the purpose of this blessing is that the Creator, the Lord, would place his name upon you and bless you. It goes like this: Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha, Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom, b'shem Yeshua HaMashiach Elohei Israel. In English, that means may the Lord bless and protect you. May he shine his light upon you. May he have grace upon you. May he turn his face towards you and give you peace and wholeness and completeness in the name of Jesus the Messiah, the God of Israel. Amen. Appreciate everyone for being here. And I will see everybody in the next stream. Peace.